What's up, guys? Episode number 2, Contribution with Connor. Thanks for tuning in to the first one. To be honest, I haven't been as consistent as I would like to have been, but that's okay. I realized that I have been doing what I want to be doing, and I've been living the life that I want to be living. And I'm okay with the consequences of not having my second episode out for like a month after the first one, which is ridiculous. At the end of the day, this is such a short thing, and I can make it happen. And I've been telling myself excuses, and where I always talk about being accountable to your excuses, I'm okay with it. Like, I've realized that I got my first episode out. I did the thing that I said I was going to do. I said I was going to launch and start a podcast in June, and I stayed true to my word. And I am what I am. I do what I do, and I am confident to say that. And I said I would be consistent, and I would continue, and I would not give up, and I will not fail. And I also have stayed true to that. Like, this is episode number 2. Yeah, it might not have been a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, but also none of that matters. And that's okay that it's a month later and now I'm here, and that's it. Like, I just want to live this life of I do what I want to do when I want to do it. And if you have a problem with that, you're more than welcome to not listen and tune out or unfollow me or not be my friend. Like, that's totally okay as well. But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of where my head's been at lately. It's just I want to do and say the things that I want to do, and I want to say the things I want to say, and the people that align with me, and the people that don't. And cool. And it's been this weird journey of getting to this point, but it's kind of this weird dichotomy right now of like me trying to figure out what's the levels of like I need to prove to myself that I'm capable of doing these big things and all of that. And I'm trying to figure that out and navigate this journey of becoming a better person and becoming the best person I can be and impact as many lives as I can along the way and help people and do coaching and all of this stuff. And I realize it's just been this journey of like, man, it's just when you apply yourself to the thing that you say you want to do and just like really fucking decide that that's a thing, apply yourself, no excuses, make it happen, and that's what works. And that's what has helped me, and that's what's benefited my life in those ways. And I'm just trying to figure out my navigation of how much do I need to be posting and blah 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 blah. And it's just this thing where I'm just like, I debate every week if I should just go ghost, just delete everything forever, accomplish some crazy shit over the next decade, and then just pop out a decade from now and be like, holy shit, this is everything that I've done. And I constantly think about this, but then I do have the people that like, hey, like, I really love watching your journey, and it's crazy to see where you at, or like where you were at a year ago, or like I knew you from back here, and to see who you've grown into and blah blah blah. Now it's just this cool journey of like I get to document these things of like the stages where it feels like this, and I'm coming up with bullshit excuses and distracting myself from the things that I want to do. And it's just like the human behaviors that we all have and the things that we all do. And it's just been this crazy journey of all of that. And that's why I decided to delete socials this month. And that was kind of my challenge. It's because I just wanted to realize that like I'm doing this for myself. Like, I'm not doing this challenges for anyone else or to be impressive or to make people see me in a different light. Like, I just want to do challenges that push my limits and push my boundaries and make me become better, because I just am that type of person. That's what I like doing. So that's just what's been on my head lately. And yeah, concept for today's, I wanted to just talk about excuses, because I've realized in my life and in this year, really, especially in the challenges, but also just in my current job, and everything else that I'm doing right now, excuses don't help. It's almost kind of like I always hear, it's like where you point the if you're pointing fingers, like where you point the power, like what you blame is where the power goes. So it's like, oh, like I can't do this because Betty says I can't do this. It's like, man, you're giving Betty all the power. Like you're giving Betty control on if you do this or not. It makes no sense. It's just kind of like, hey, like if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. And anybody that has a problem with that, like communicate with me. We can have like a fucking healthy conversation about it. But if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. Like, end of story. And I think of that as wildly liberating. And I try to really always put the frame and the power in my hands. Like, I take control and I make what I want to have happen. And I'm really trying to live a life where I don't give power to external circumstances or anything like that. Like, I just want to take radical accountability for my life, and everything in my life that is good is my fault. Everything that is in life that is bad is my fault. And I don't give that power away to anybody because it's my life and I live it the way I want to live it. And it's been incredibly liberating living that type of life because I'm always in control of my life. And I'm not magical. I have my days where it sucks and I am blaming people and I come up with excuses. And those are the days where I don't feel the best. But it's the days where I'm switched on and I'm fucking going hard and I'm making stuff happen. I'm taking control and this and that and making this better and that better and me better and other people better. And like when I'm really switched on, those are the days where it feels awesome. So it's like, I just want more days where it feels, I want more days in my life where I feel great than I feel bad, which I think everybody can relate to that. Everybody wants to like their life and everyone wants to spend time doing the things that they want to do. And living a life like that can happen for, I genuinely think, like most people. It's just like, you have to be the one to make it happen. Take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your actions and take really uncomfortable action in the things that make you uncomfortable, or those are all things that are so beneficial at the end of the day. It's like when we do all those things and we are accountable for our lives and our decisions, it's like it feels limitless. I feel like you can accomplish anything when you think like that. And there's so many things, and I get it. Like there's so much bad in the world, and we have so much negativity, and so many people have it worse off, and are living in things that I have no idea what that feels like. But at the end of the day, okay, like I can promise that someone has had it worse and has done better. Always. Like, it's like, no matter how fit you are, there's always going to be someone who's fitter. No matter how beautiful you are, there's always going to be someone prettier. And it's like, there's always going to be, like, no matter how smart you are, there's always going to be someone smarter. And it's like, okay, none of that matters either. It's just so liberating when I think about it. And I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit of a controversial topic, but like, it's true. It's just like, there's so many people that have it 10 times worse and like are going through things that we literally could never imagine. And yet they summon up the courage to like have a smile and stuff like that. Like, it's just crazy that like, they say like, if 100 people put in their problems into a bowl, 90% of the time you would take your problems and run the other way. It's like, we all have shit we have to deal with, and we all have problems. But like, at the end of the day, it's just kind of like how you react to them and how you handle yourself in a fucking downtime and a down period is that's up to you. And that's up to character, and that's up to resilience, and that's up to what you can handle and your communication skills and emotional regulation and emotional intelligence. And those are all skills. Those are all things that you can learn and things that you can practice and things that you can work on and things that people can help you with. And if you're willing to put in the work to get good at those things, you can live a fucking great life. Young, old, middle-aged, short, tall, like none of that matters. It's like we can all live a great life, but it starts with taking radical accountability and responsibility for your decisions and not placing the blame on anything like that or external circumstances. And those things I've just consistently realized over the last decade of my life is when you take accountability for your life, like it's incredible the things that can happen. And in work, in career, and even in like dating or relationships, it's just like, are the arguments we have worth it? And I feel like most of the time it's just like, no. I was like, if you love someone, love them and just make them feel special and important and make their day better. And like, yeah, you're going to have fights and arguments and stuff like that. But like, man, I don't know. It's just something that I'm really trying to like bring into my next relationship when I find my person. It's just like, really, really want to be like stellar communication and really good, able to handle conflict in a healthy way and just things like that. It's just like some of the things that I've really, really want for the next relationship that I'm in. And that took a weird turn into like romantic relationships, but I don't know. It's just like a crucial thing that I have been kind of thinking about recently. And same with work, you know. It's just like when I take responsibility for my results at work and like my team's results at work, and like I find ways to motivate myself, then I can find ways to motivate others. And like if I build my skills, I can build other people's skills. It's just like this domino effect. So I don't know, just wild things that have been on the brain lately. And well, like I said, I just want to come in and contribute some of the stuff that I'm going through and hopefully help some people along the way. Life's been a little bit of a weird journey, just because like I like my job, but I also don't like my job. But it's a stepping stone in my visa process that I can't quite get out of, and I have to stick it out and like really build this resilience and realize that like also like I'm doing a job like 90, probably I'm just gonna say 99% of people would never want to do. But it's been this crazy skill that I've been enjoying developing, and I feel like once I have this, and I've already done it for 7 months, and I've gotten pretty good results, and I've remained consistent, and I can do the job, I can train other people to do the job. It's fundraising, you know, it's street fundraising of all things. So it's literally like street fundraising for charity. It's a tough gig, you know. People always constantly tell, I get like at least fucking 12 times a day, like, oh, tough gig, and I'm like, yeah, I know, like. So it's like a lot of rejection, it's a lot of resilience building, but it's also like this charisma building, confidence enhancing, persuasion building job that I realize that these skills are going to be fucking crazy valuable to me in my life. Like, it's just so cool to like see who I've become just over these last 2 years or a year and a half in New Zealand, and so excited for the journey to continue. And I realize like if I can sell this, like, man, the next journey in my life is going to be crazy, because I'm going to be able to like, I feel like if I could sell this, I could sell anything. And that's what's really, really going to be fun about it. So those are the things. But I've caught myself giving myself the bullshit excuses, not taking accountability and responsibility. And I tried to go through the shortest amount of periods in that negative mindset. Once I find it, I think I reset, I refocus, I switch out of it as soon as I can. I usually can do that within like a day or two. If I'm in a downward spiral, it's a day or two. I can flip out. I can be like, okay, fuck, stepping stone, be grateful for this, find the enjoyment in this process, do that way, focus on that side of things, and then I can like alter the way that I think about it into a good thing instead of a bad thing. But it also like it makes me feel empowered and happy to be doing the things that I'm doing. So those are kind of the two things that I just want to come in and share on this podcast today. All about excuses. At the end of the day, like when we give ourselves excuses, it doesn't help us. It just doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it any easier. And excuses just, I try not to make them. I'm in this journey of like, when I say I want to do something, I just fucking do it. And if I come up with an excuse, I either flip it, or I have to realize and be accountable to the fact that it is an excuse, and I have to be okay with the consequence. So those are the things that's really been on my heart recently. Is like, I want to live a life of no excuses, and I always want to live a life where I am responsible and in control of my life and how I live it and who I surround myself with and the things that I do and all that stuff. So that's my contribution for this episode. Don't make excuses. Just figure out what you want to do it, and make it happen. If you want to converse or chat about something like this, like, I'm happy to converse. But at the end of the day, just like excuses they're exactly what, it's just bullshit. Most of the time, everything we tell ourselves when it comes to an excuse is bullshit. I literally was like, oh, I can't record my podcast because I have to move this month. And I have to move and this and that. And I was like, what a dumb excuse. It's like, no, just sit down, plug in the mic, turn on the camera, and do a podcast. Like, I realized it was such bullshit what I was telling myself. Like, it was so ridiculous that I said I couldn't do one because of that. I was like, what? It's so dumb. And now I'm here. This literally took, I don't even know what we're at, 20 minutes. It just took 20 minutes of my day. I picked what I was going to talk about fucking 5 minutes before I hit record, too. And it's just like, well, you don't have a topic? It's like, just pick one and talk about it. It's your first 1,000 episodes anyways. It's not going to be good. It's like, it's not like it matters. Like, it's like, I don't have any, like, a lot of people listening right now anyway. So it's not like it matters. So just do the thing. Get the reps in. Get the episodes in. Get the hours in at work. Like, talk to your partner. Take them out. Go, whatever it is that you need to do. Like, stop coming up with bullshit excuses and just do the thing. And it helps me. It helps me every single time. And every time I know I feel better about it. It's a good thing when you overcome your excuses. And same thing with the accountability. When you blame, and put power everywhere else, the second that you finally flip it and you put everything back on you, you're in control, because you can change the scenario, you can change the outcome, you can make the difference, and you can help yourself out of anything. You can. Everyone can do it. Just, you have to be the one to take control, make it happen, and do the things that you need to do to get you out of this situation that you don't want to be in. If you're going to blame, but realize, like, you are the one in control. If you want to change your life, change your life. You can. It could be the smallest little action, like the smallest, like it could be breaking it down. Like, it's like, I can't run because I have this issue, this issue, and this issue. But like, okay, so don't run yet. Can you stand up? That's key. That's step number one. Can you stand up? And then if you can stand up for 30 days in a row, then maybe the next month you can focus on, like, all right, I'll walk to the end of my driveway. Can you do that for 30 days in a row? And then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'll walk around the block. Can you do that for 30 days in a row? No bullshit excuses. So like, I do this thing, even when it's raining, even when it's like, I can go for a walk for 10 minutes a day. around the block. That's my fitness level right now. And that's fucking amazing. That's incredible. If you can even do that, that's a level of like consistency and discipline that is so incredible. If you can break it down into those tiny little steps, do it for a period of time, you're going to feel so good. I have to do that too. Like, I have to break down stuff into the smallest little things. And then I build it. And then I feel great because I'm able to prove to myself that I am who I say I am. So that's a goal tip for today. Much love to everyone. Hope everyone's having a great week, life, journey. Been incredible deleting socials. I literally feel incredible. I don't even know if I want to add them back, but I might not. Don't really care either way. But if I do, I'll probably be posting a lot less, or if I am going to post, it's probably going to be more of like the podcast stuff, because this is the stuff I really want to be focused on. So cheers. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more episodes, and I hope I contributed something to your life in this beautiful episode. So all the best, guys. Peace.